Brett Favre came out recently saying that Jordan Love could be utilized, like how Taysom Hill is used by the Saints. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to another episode of Podcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill, Grossi. And yeah, this is a question that was asked of me draft night. As soon as we were done taking our toaster baths after the bath water had settled on drafting Jordan Love in the first round, this automatically came through from fans. Are we going to utilize them like Taysom Hill? Are you going to have two QB sets? Blah, 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 blah. No. Before we get to that, I want to do a big shout and thank you to some brand new patrons over at patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy and a YouTube member. First, we got Tom. I think Cheesehead TV is better than my show, Grossi. Thanks for the money, Corey Banky. Then we have Made This to Make Tom Say Go Seahawks. And finally, we got Joe Martin. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Thank you. And over on the YouTube member front, we got Benjamin Tech joining over on the Grossi Posse Plus tier. Thank you. Enjoy those emojis. Now, let's talk about why this is a really, really stupid comparison. It's so off base. So before we even get into Jordan Love, let's talk about Taysom Hill. I know he was on the Packers for a hot second, and lots of people's jimmies are rustled because we let him go. I get it. That's fine. He could have been a decent backup for Aaron Rodgers. Sure, I'll concede that point, though I will admit, how much has the guy thrown the ball? Not much. But Taysom Hill in 2 years has been utilized pretty damn well by the Saints. He's been a bit of a game changer in which Drew Brees gets pulled out most of the time, and Taysom Hill usually doesn't throw the ball, but he runs or catches the ball, and he runs decently fast. And people are like, oh my God, he's amazing. And he just signed a new deal, 2-year, $21 million to be Drew Brees' backup, even though they brought in Jameis Winston. And so I'm assuming once Drew Brees decides that he doesn't want any more NyQuil money, he'll decide, hey, it's going to go to one of these two guys, and they're going to duke it out for it. But to take a look at Taysom Hill's stats, in the past 2 years, he has rushed 64 times for 352 yards, 3 touchdowns, 19 catches for 234 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And in the passing department, he has thrown a total of 13 balls. 13 attempts. 13. And he's completed 6. No touchdowns, but an interception. But yeah, let's keep the comparisons going. Taysom Hill coming out of college ran a 4.44 40, and that is obviously utilized on the field because he has quickness, he has speed and agility, but he was also undrafted. So right off the bat, the fact that you're comparing an undrafted guy who went through a cycle of teams and has basically gone to the Saints and is just like, listen, I'll do whatever you need me to do to make the team. And good on Taysom Hill. That's not an insult to Taysom Hill. Good on him. He literally was just like, Sean Payton, whatever the hell you want. You want to bring back Bounty Gate? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll hit somebody. Please. I just won't throw the ball. And because of that, he is now coming to a payday. And the Saints designating him as a first rounder if they wanted to trade? Yeah, no, not on any planet. But the point is making about Taysom Hill is he is kind of this gadget player in which he can run, right? He can catch. Throwing, okay, the jury's still out on that one. But to say that him and Jordan Love are even on the same planet when it comes to how they're going to be utilized, I'm not talking about the talent, I'm talking about how they're going to be utilized, is just asinine to me. This is a guy who maybe in a couple years, maybe will get the starting job from Drew Brees, but he's going to have to compete with Jameis Winston, and he's going to have to prove that he can actually throw the ball accurately. Then on the other side, you have Jordan Love, who the Packers traded up to get, just gave him a 4-year guaranteed contract of $12.3 million, and that included a $6 million signing bonus. And you're just like, yeah, let's throw him out so he can catch a few balls every now and then and get hit. That makes 0 sense. 0 Nada. Right now, Jordan Love's main job is just to absorb all that he can. Had a great 2018, 2019, not so great. He has a chance to learn from one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. Here's where you're going to see Jordan Love in the preseason, maybe for those 2 games. Then maybe you're going to see him in some blowouts, and that should be it. God forbid Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, then Jordan Love is going to step in. There is no reason for Jordan Love to actually see playing time this year. Because why are we rushing it? There's 4 years left on Aaron Rodgers' contract. I know we're not going to wait the entire time, but to tell me that we're not going to wait at least 2 years for Jordan Love makes no sense. Even if you look at Patrick Mahomes played 1 game his rookie season. 1 game. Why are we rushing? Just have the kids sit back, and I know a lot of people are pissed off because they want to see instant gratification and immediate return on a first-round pick. I mean, they were pissed off about Rashawn Gary last year too, but this one is going to require some patience. So we're not going to see a whole lot of Jordan Love unless the worst happens and Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. So the less we see of Love, the better this year. If next year you want to start incorporating him a little bit more, sure, but he's not going to be used like Taysom Hill. That makes 0 sense. They're completely different skill sets, and yes, while Jordan Love, he's not too bad, ran a 4.65, and in his 3 years playing college ball, he ran the ball 170 times for over 400 yards and 9 touchdowns. He had 0 last year. But what I'm saying is, these comparisons just don't make any sense. There's no reason to risk it whatsoever. Let Jordan Love sit on the bench and learn. He's going to get all the reps in practice that he wants. He'll maybe get some in the preseason. And hey, if we're blowing a team out or they're blowing us out, throw him in. See what happens. But to utilize him constantly in a game, it really just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Let the kids sit, let them learn, and let Aaron Rodgers play. And who knows, after this year, if for some reason Aaron Rodgers just regresses a ton, then maybe you think about starting Jordan Love a little bit earlier. But the future of the team, which the Green Bay Packers front office obviously thinks Jordan Love is way more important than him catching a ball out of the backfield or running out for a pass. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com or at TomGrossiComedy on all social media. See you down below. Check out Patcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, and of course YouTube. And a big shout and thank you to all the patrons over at patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy and the YouTube members. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack Go.